What's up, guys? We're gonna be recording some scary animation. Yeah, first one is the murder in front of my house's wall. Okay.
I was 12 years.
So, you guys, it's been a long time. Know that because can't. Sometimes I have to. Remember I said I had to move out to a new place. Now I'm in my new place. I moved out, so now I can record. Had to go all the way to a plane to move to a different country. I'm in the United States right now. So start the video. Turn on.
Years old when this happened. My grandmother just got home from the hospital because she had a stroke.
Okay.
Up to the second floor of our house, in which her room was
Stroke.
located. So my uncle, my little brother, and I decided that we were going to sleep in her room for a while. Before this day happened, my aunt bought a new air conditioner, so the old one would be removed. And of course, there was a hole in the wall for the air conditioner. I covered the hole with some kind of small box before working on the wall, so the air wouldn't come in. Anyway, back to the situation. My uncle and I were playing a mobile game at 3 a.m. when this happened. We played for about an hour or so until my little brother had fallen asleep. While I was paying attention, I suddenly heard a small scratching sound coming from the hole on the wall where I covered it with a box. Its sound was like someone trying to remove it with something. However, I just ignored it at first because I thought it might be a cat trying to remove the cover. After 5 minutes, my uncle heard the sound and he whispered in my ear saying, "Did you hear that sound?" I said, "Yeah, I heard it too, but maybe it's just a cat. Forget about it." After that, we had forgotten about the sound and we just played again until that moment. All of a sudden, my uncle quickly put down his cell phone and started to search with the flashlight. "What's wrong?" I asked him, but he pointed his finger on his mouth and pointed it to the window. It was quiet outside. "That's weird. I heard someone's footsteps." He talked to me sitting back next to me. I tried to say
Someone's
that it's nothing,
footsteps?
but
Bruh.
this time I heard those footsteps. Someone was outside walking around with a creaking sound.
Oh my god.
So we
What
eventually
the?
decided to look for it, opening the box cover. But before we could
What
get
the
closer,
hell was that?
my little brother began to scream. We were shocked by that, but then we just laughed, thinking our reaction was silly. I talked to my little brother and asked him what happened. He said that he had a nightmare. We laughed again, much bigger this time. Bum! We abruptly froze when we heard
Oh,
loud
bruh.
footsteps from a roof away from us.
Oh my god.
My
What's
heart
that?
dropped. "What was it?" my uncle said with an anxious voice.
I don't
We
know what
then
was that.
stayed away from the wall and started panicking. I started to think that it might be a thief who was trying to enter our house. What if he would try to kill us? How are we going to stop him? What should I do? However,
Yeah.
despite all my worries, nothing happened after that. There were no footsteps anymore, but my uncle and I had to stay up until the next morning, shivering together. A few days later, my grandpa covered the wall with cement. And that day, we were watching the local news and we heard that one of our neighbors, who lived right next to us, had been murdered. They
Bruh.
also reported that the suspect has not been found, so the cops were struggling to arrest him.
Shit.
We just couldn't believe the news. We just watched the news with our mouth open. That moment became the worst nightmare of my whole life. What if I dared to try to remove that small box to see outside on that day?
Shit, bruh. True horror story or Region Boy story animated.
For
Bruh.
this story, my name will be Charlie. Years ago, my first year of college, I lived in a dorm. But if only I knew what was going to happen. I earned a scholarship to college for baseball, and all the players lived in one dorm. Being that I was a freshman, they roommate was a senior so he could show me what right looks like. He was a pretty tough guy who no one would mess with, so I felt like I was in good hands. It was the winter, and by that time of the school year,
Okay.
I was getting set in my ways and comfortable. I was invited to a house party that one of the sororities were throwing, so I went with a few friends. When we got there, it was like any other party. People were outside, and some were inside having fun. While inside, there was music playing, along with people playing video games in one room, and it looked like a board game going on in the other. That was upstairs. After a while, I went upstairs to see why anyone would be playing a board game at a party. When I got to the room, I noticed that it was the most quiet room in the house, which was odd to me. When I walked in the room, there were four girls and a guy sitting at a table. I asked what was going on, and they said they were using the Ouija board. I thought it sounded interesting, so I joined, but I never really believed in that type of stuff. While we were messing with the board, they said that there was a girl in the room, but I think that one of the other people that were playing moved it, so I left. That's when unexplainable stuff would happen to me in my dorm. We were
Bruh.
laughing in our hallways at odd times of the night, knocks on the window, and I started to have bad dreams. I told my roommate, but he told me it was stress from our upcoming midterms. That went on for about 2 weeks. Then one night, everything changed for both of us. I remember it being a Thursday night when this happened. I was asleep in the middle of the night, and all I heard was, Charlie, Charlie, wake up. I remember making noises and being half asleep, but I acknowledged him. Then he said something that woke me up immediately. Charlie, what the fuck is that in the corner? I looked in the corner of the room and I swear there was a silhouette of a girl.
Oh shit,
I
bro.
was so afraid that I jumped off the top.
What
Told my
the
roommate to get up
hell?
and run.
Oh shit, bro. My god, oh shit, bro. What the hell is that? What? Yeah, that's creepy, bro. That's
I told
creepy.
him I'm out and we both ran out of our room. He was yelling and she's talking. After that, we were both so shaken that we never went back to that room. We called the police, but when they came, they never found any girl.
What the
I don't know
hell
if it
was that?
because of the house party, Ouija board game, or coincidence, but that was a moment that I'll never forget. To this day, I still hear odd noises throughout the night.
When I was 7 or 8 years old, a man moved to my neighborhood.
Nothing.
He was around his 60s
No, not
and
anything,
introduced
nothing.
himself to me. His
Nothing.
name was Tom. He was the only one who spoke English fluently in our neighborhood, but he
That's it for today, everyone. Gonna play Corey again. Bye. And also like and subscribe. I paused the video, but like and subscribe.